covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to High Plains Today. Good to see you. Hey, we spent 3 days at the 3i Show in Dodge City, and we were able to visit with several people about things we found fun and interesting. So, today, enjoy highlights from this year's 3i Show. I am now joined by Jessica Alexander. She is with Paramount Seed Farms in Quinter, Kansas. Jessica, thanks for taking the time.
Sure.
All right, so now we are going to talk about barley. Now you raise and produce barley seed, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, and that's what we have right here is barley right here in my hand. It's, yeah, with my Band-Aid and everything else, it's running all over everywhere. Anyway, so with the barley seed, what is it that you guys do with it once you get it produced? That's the that's the million-dollar question here.
Right. The non-certified barley seed that we produce, we are using for hydroponic fodder systems in order to feed your livestock. So I have got a horse that I am feeding the barley mat that we've got here, growing it hydroponically, which means it's only seed and water. No other additives, no nutrients, fertilizers, anything.
Any kind of special water? Just water.
Just water. That's
just
it.
out of go to the hydrant, open it up,
Yes.
fill the deal with water, and boom.
Yes, that's all you have to do. Just seed in a tray twice a day. We flood and drain it, and within 7 days,
All right.
we've got this.
This is the finished product, correct?
Yes.
Now this is what you're feeding your horse. You just you take one of these. What do you call this thing?
I call it a fodder biscuit.
A fodder. A fodder biscuit.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, and this is what is grown now, and you do this for your horse since you only have one animal you're feeding.
Yes.
You just do this in this system over here, correct?
Correct.
All right. So, in the tray, that's how much seed do you put in?
For this size tray, I use 2 pounds of seed, and it produces 15 pounds of fodder. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, you put this in the tray. Then what do you do with? I mean, and how much water do you put in?
Just enough to cover the seed. What it is twice a day you flood it, which obviously is covering the seed, and then immediately drain the water off.
And that's it.
That's it. That's all.
Twice a day.
Twice a day for 6 days.
All right. So once you have this in the seed in here, and then the water, then where do you? I mean, where do you put it? I mean, is this just, the tray? Where do you put the tray while it's doing its thing for 6 or 7 days?
These tables I have in my office at work, and I just leave them on the tables.
They're just out there sitting.
Yes, no lighting, no watering system, nothing, just on the table.
Okay, I find this amazing. All right, so, and the other thing that you do with every batch of seed that you do, you have it tested, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that, because
each field of barley, we give a lot number. Each lot number, we grow and get a sample of the grown live feed and send it to Servitech in Dodge City. Servitech tests it for protein, total digestible nutrients, all of the information that anybody could possibly need. They do all the testing. So when you buy the dry seed, you're going to know what the nutrient content is as a living feed.
So you know what you're putting, so you know what you're giving your horse every day.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
You know what's going to come out, you know what's going to happen.
Yes. Yep.
All right, so this still amazes me. I mean, you grew this, I mean, this is what, 6 days, 7 days?
6 days. We do pre-soak 1 day. So it is a 7-day process, but the growing process is a 6-day process.
And this stuff does, I mean, it's amazing. It feels like it's plastic, but it's not, is it?
No.
And you can grab it, you pick it up. Oh, and I'm messing up the display. But you can feel, here's the root system is just taking over the bottom of the tray, right?
Absolutely.
And you can see from my finger, I mean, you know, it's moist and it's just, and this, I'm baffled by this. I really am.
So is
I mean,
my horse.
Okay, so have you, since you started feeding your horse this stuff, have you seen any kind of a change in your...
Absolutely. Absolutely. We were to the point that we were going to have to sell her. She's a giant pet, and I couldn't afford to keep her anymore. I am a farmer's daughter. I believe you have to have dirt to grow things, but I ran out of alfalfa and didn't want to buy more before I could sell my horse. So I was desperate to find something that would work. So I thought, I'll throw seed in a tray and try it out until I can get her sold. So I started feeding her this, and she's not for sale anymore.
This is amazing. Okay, and you just give her one of these every day?
Yep, one of those every day. She is turned out on pasture, but our pasture is crunchy. It's not good pasture.
It's Western Kansas.
Yes. So this is the solution.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I mean, when you grow the barley and you get it ready to go, I mean, how much barley at a time do you guys raise in I guess what you called a lot, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We are a certified seed company, so the majority of our seed is sold as certified seed. Some foundation seed that we sell to our associates, but not all seed is perfect. If we could guarantee it perfect, we'd be much better off than we are now. So the seed that might have a little bit of bindweed seed in it or something to that effect that disqualifies it from becoming certified is what we use for this. The germination averages from 96 to 98%. It is triple cleaned just the same way as our certified seed. So it is certified quality seed that might have just a little bit of wheat seed or bindweed seed or something like that in it that disqualifies it from being certified but makes it perfect for this.
And we're going to go over here and we're going to talk to Justin because he represents fodderworks.net, and you can produce this stuff. Now you just have the one animal that you're feeding, so you only need one of these a day.
Right.
But there are people out there that are feeding hundreds and hundreds of head of livestock a day with this stuff, right?
Absolutely.
So you need a little different deal to do that.
Yes, you don't want the one tray system.
You'd have a lot of one trays floating around,
yes,
wouldn't you?
You would.
All right. Jessica, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, this stuff is really amazing. You touch I mean, you could lay down on this. Well, you'd be a little wet, but it's really kind of amazing.
It is. It really is.
All right. Jessica Alexander with Paramount Seed Farms in Quinter, Kansas. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You bet. And we'll be back. And welcome back. I am now joined by the other part of this barley deal. This is Justin Akers. He is with Fodder Works, and he is the Central United States distributor. Did I get that right, Justin?
Mm-hmm. We're the Midwest distributor.
Midwest. Okay, not Central. Midwest, Central. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Now, we were talking to Jessica earlier, and she feeds one horse, and she has a tray system that she just uses with this. Mm-hmm. Now, you're able to do this on a much larger scale.
That's right. Fodder Works can build you a system really as large as you want. The system here is the smallest one that we make in our line, and it can produce 110 pounds of feed per day, or enough for about 6 horses, for example. And we can make systems up to, in this design, up to 1,100 pounds a day, and then we can build a system on site in your building to our specifications for as large as you want.
So the sky's the limit on how big that you could build this, right?
That's right. You're only limited by your time to be able to harvest the machine, and even that is not a problem anymore now that we've just recently rolled out fully automated systems. So you can have a fully automated system that will produce several tons a day where you're not having to handle the seed or the feed.
Okay, that's way too easy. All right, I could do something like that. All right, so this is the smallest unit that you build. All right, and we'll get back here and look at this. Now the trays that are in here, now you can harvest on this instead of doing like Jessica was doing with one tray per day. This one will allow you to do what, 6?
Yeah, you could harvest 6 18-pound biscuits of feed every day.
I love that they call these biscuits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're very easy to get out. You just grab a hold of them and pull them out of the tray, and you can see underneath. This is roots. There's no dirt, no fertilizer being used. It's really just the power of the seed and the water.
And this is just like the one that we were looking at out on the table earlier with Jessica.
Where it came from was right there.
Right here is the spot where it came from.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So the other thing is, now this is I mean, is this climate controlled?
It certainly is. It's climate controlled to keep a constant temperature of about 70 degrees, and there's going to be a fan that moves air all the time to make sure that you don't have any mold growth or anything like that.
Ooh, that'd be important, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's really important to make sure that you can get a consistent feed quality out of the machine without any kind of problems.
Okay, so in the tray system that Jessica was using, just doing the 1 biscuit per day, now she was having to do the watering and all that herself.
That's right. That's right. And that system works very well, but you can see it does take some time. Because
well, yeah, and she's doing 1 horse.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, you can buy a system like hers very inexpensively, and it works quite well, but you do have to manage the temperature. And it being in an outdoor environment, you know, out in the world, not necessarily in an enclosed space, you're going to have to manage things. They're going to make sure air is moving over it and things like that. It does work well, but it takes some time. A system like this is going to take a lot of the work and a lot of the worry out of being able to sprout high-quality feed on a consistent basis.
All right, so now step in here with me and explain. What you're going to do is there's another door like this on the other end, correct?
That's right. That's right. There's another door on the other end, and you're going to take empty trays. For display purposes, we have a lot of different things being shown here.
Sure.
But you're going to take empty trays and put seed on those trays. Just under 3 pounds of seed is going to fill one of these trays, and then it's going to be watered 18 seconds an hour for about 6 days.
Yeah, you can see now there's nozzles in here over each row of seed, and so I'm guessing there's out on the side of the trailer there's a control box that.
There's a computer-controlled unit that you can adjust based on your conditions, but the default controls set it at 70 degrees and 18 seconds a minute or 18 seconds an hour for watering. So.
And that's it. And what the barley or whatever I'm assuming you could do wheat or anything else in here.
You most certainly can. Barley, nutritionally, barley gives you what we think is the most bang for your buck from a nutrition standpoint. But yeah, there are customers that sprout wheat in these units and have a lot of success where wheat is plentiful. We also have a customer that's sprouting a corn barley mix, and that's working well for him in a cattle feeding situation. So really, you can sprout successfully any cereal grain, but we focus on barley because of its nutritional value.
And all you need is the tray, the seed, and water. There's no dirt.
That's right. There's no dirt, and that makes for no mess. And actually, when you even clean the trays, what you're really doing is just scrubbing them with a scrub brush and spraying with water. We're not even using any detergent to clean those trays. So it's a pretty clean way to sprout feed.
And any excess water, I'm guessing, runs out of the trays and then is collected down here.
It sure does. Any excess water is going to be taken away from the machine. We're collecting it in a bucket here in the show, but at home, where your machine would be, you'd probably have that hooked up to a drain to be able to carry the water away from the machine.
And so, and the only water that's going to be left is what the plants aren't using, correct?
That's right. That's right. No, some of it's going to run off. Most of it's going to be utilized by the plant. We're not trying to use any excess water. Matter of fact, this machine, if you compare it to trying to irrigate land and grow crops, you're going to use 2% of the water. This particular machine here is only going to use 36 gallons of water every day.
This trailer, yes, to do 6 of these. Now, how much does one of these biscuits weigh?
About 18 pounds or so.
Really? That's not bad. Okay, so, and like we were talking earlier, okay, so up in the front, what you do is you take out the ones that are done, I'm going to call this in the biscuit oven.
Sure.
And you take out the ones that are done, you clean the tray, then you get it ready. If I'm getting this right, you put the seed in it, you soak it for 1 day.
No, you put the seed in it and you shut the door.
Okay.
It's going to start sprouting it. The seed's going to be treated just like everything else in the machine. So the next day you're going to see it. It's going to start swelling and almost starting to sprout. By day 2, you're going to have a sprout. Day 3, you're going to be looking at something like this.
Okay.
We have day 4 kind of
back there a ways.
Things are jumbled up because we've been traveling to come to the show. But day 5, day 6.
Okay.
Actually, day 6.5, I think, because we were traveling. But yeah, that's in essence how it happens. It grows very quickly.
So you take it out this end, put it back in that end, and in 6-8, it's back down here.
That's right. That's exactly right. You're going to see those trays again and again as they cycle through the system.
This still amazes me.
We're very excited about this technology. We really think it's going to be a new way to feed animals.
All right. Justin, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Justin Akers with FodderNet. You're the Midwest distributor. Mm-hmm. This is one of the cooler things I've seen here at the 3i Show.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome back. I'm now joined by Scott Bogner. He is the president of Kitchens Inc., and they are right here in Dodge City, America. Thanks for taking the time, Scott.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so tell me, Kitchens Inc., right away, I'm thinking in the name, that's what you guys do.
Right. We do. We also do commercial work. We build our own plastic laminate cabinets in-house in Dodge City. But yeah, our biggest thing is kitchen, bathroom remodels and new construction.
All right, so is this an example? Now, you got to follow me over here and help me here. Now, are these some of the now, is this some of you guys' work here?
This is a line out of Salina called Crestwood.
Okay,
so,
but it's still built in Kansas.
That's right, in Kansas, yeah. We have 3 lines. 2 are built in Kansas, 1's in Pennsylvania. So these are out of Salina. This is a custom cabinet. All the features, you have soft close.
I saw that.
Like this is a walnut drawer, which is soft close.
The drawer's walnut?
It's walnut. It's an upgrade for walnut. Yeah, versus a regular dovetail maple drawer.
Oh, this is just maple,
this
right?
Is just maple, yeah. Yeah, that's the upgrade. Yeah.
Okay, and you have products like this
we do.
vent hood.
We do. We have appliances. We sell Sub-Zero and Wolf appliances. They're a high-end custom appliance, like this microwave over here. All you do is push a button, the microwave comes open. It gets the microwave below, out of sight, not up in your face and where you have a hot soup above you. Gets it below you, push a button, it closes. This is a Corian top. In this top, we actually have a phone charger where you put your cell phone right here.
No, really?
And it'll charge your phone. Yeah.
So if I take my phone...
Yeah, you've got to have a little adapter.
Okay, but you can charge your phone on this countertop.
The adapter is actually mounted inside the solid surface material, so you put that on the right spot and it'll charge your phone.
And the light is on. There it is. It's charged.
Yeah, wireless charging. So we have all the neat, cool stuff that everybody wants. You know, the magazines, books, and HDTV. We got all that stuff.
All right, so, and this countertop, now what is this made of?
It's a Corian. It's LG Hymax material. It's a solid surface material. So it can scratch, but it's all seamless. So our seam is actually right here in this middle. See that S curve?
Yeah, I do. I see a
seam.
little bit. Okay.
So your entire kitchen can be seamless. The undermount sink, where you have a silicone joint right there, that's all one piece.
All right. Okay, so, and as long as we're talking countertops, I mean, what is this material here?
This is Cambria. It's made in Minnesota. They have 120 colors. They're the first guy out that makes engineered stone look like granite. As you can see, there's veining in it, but it's 80% quartz material with acrylic resins in it. And so it's just as hard, just as durable as a stone, but you have color consistency and it's non-porous. So that comes with a warranty as well. So.
All right, so tell me the difference of this, Cambria?
Cambria. Mm-hmm.
Why would I want the Cambria, say, over granite?
The biggest difference is the color and the warranty. So the color piece I have in my showroom is exactly what you're going to get in your house. Where if granite, if I have a small piece in my showroom, it's coming from a quarry in Brazil, it's going to be either more peach or more green, and you're going to be very upset if it comes in more peach and you didn't want peach.
And you want it green, right?
I want green, yeah, exactly. So this stuff is very color consistent, the first thing. Second thing is it's non-porous. Where granite, it's a natural stone, so it's porous. So any kind of acidic material will etch it over time, where this stuff, it won't. It will not scratch, no problem with heat at all. You can put a boiling pot of water on this stuff and it's no problem.
And the other thing is that I'm noticing, like, around the edges, I mean, it looks like the color goes all the way through.
Yes, that's the biggest deal with Cambria. We've partnered with those guys just for that very reason. Other guys can do this, but their color only goes about a half the way through, and so you see that on the end grain, the edges. So these guys figured out the best way to do it.
So are you seeing more and more people going to the Cambria stuff as opposed to doing granite?
We are. It's about, I would say, 90% of our market right now is quartz material, just because of the warranty. And the Made in America thing's a big thing, and it's non-porous, so
all right,
no maintenance.
But with all that now, is there a big cost difference? I mean, is this more than, say, if I got some granite, peach granite or green granite out of Brazil?
It is. It's about 10% more in your whole kitchen.
Well, that's not bad.
No, a regular L shape like this, if the kitchen costs $5,000, you'll spend $5,500 on Cambria. Other thing is, Cambria, there's 120 colors, all the same price. Where granite, if I show you a piece and you love it, and I priced you an A category and that's an E, I just tripled your price, and it upsets you. So this stuff, it's all the same price.
Not only is it going to come in the wrong color, it could be more.
3 times more, yeah.
All right, I gotcha.
That's the pros to engineered stone. But granite's still fantastic because it looks awesome. If you get a nice piece of granite, you'll love it forever too. So it's still a great product. So.
Well, I don't know. This stuff looks pretty good to me.
It is. We do also plastic laminate countertops. We do Corian solid surface. We do solid wood tops. So anywhere from laminate, engineered stone, we do it.
All right, so how big of an area do you guys cover?
About 90 miles. And the biggest sales pitch we have is we do kitchens from 3,000 up to whatever you want to spend. So that's the thing. Everybody thinks that Kitchen Zinc is way too high for me. Well, it's not, but we can do those things if you'd like it. We can also do a very affordable kitchen in whatever space you have. So,
okay. Scott, thanks for taking the time today.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll be back with more after this.
This is Eddie Estes, and I want to thank all of you for attending this edition of the 3i Show. 61 years, and what a great show it was. Exhibitors from like 30 states, and all these great people that came from all over the country to see the show. So we're really looking forward to the 62nd edition, which will be a similar weekend as it is this year, and everyone seems to be quite satisfied with the dates that we've selected. Again, exhibitors from 30 states, more than 1,000 companies attended the show this year, and we are really excited. We'll be evaluating the show at this point. We'll get input from exhibitors, input from those that attend the show, and by the way, if you'd like to do that too, it's info@3ishow.com. Send us your comments, let us know, or get on our Facebook page. Give us all the help that we could use, and we will certainly be appreciative of that. Another year with the 3i Show here in Dodge City. This was our 4th year, next year 5th. Then we look at renewing contracts for another 5 years. This is Eddie Estes, and I thank you so very much for attending this edition of the 3i Show, and we want you to get the heck into Dodge.
And there you have it, a look at this year's 61st annual 3i Show here on the grounds of the Western State Bank Expo Center. We've had a great time. We've seen well over 1,000 vendors, all kinds of people. You know, it's been a great 3i Show. You need to make plans next year and get yourself here and check it all out. Thanks for watching.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.